DJ Nizzy, Mr. Nice Guy.
All that street shit that you talk, you not serious. Begging for a fade. In Brooklyn, we pop, period.
You already know who it is, man. It's your boy Dro coming at you live and direct from the Battle Boo. You know what I'm saying? Your home for battle rap breakdown and analysis. You know what I'm talking about? Let's jump right into this one, man. So today, what is it? January 29th or some shit like that. Smack URL, shout out to Smack, dropped Shotgun Suge versus motherfucking Franchise. The second battle of out of the 10 exclusive app battles that are going to be dropping over the course of, I guess, the next month. If they keep dropping at this rate, I guess that means that they'll all drop within a month. If they drop at least 2 a week. So that's what it seems like we might be getting. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, Shotgun Suge vs. Franchise, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was a little underwhelmed with the battle. I don't know if it was because the Mike P versus Danny Myers battle set such a high expectation. Because it really did. It set a high, it set a high mark, you know what I mean, to reach. Especially being the first battle to drop. But overall, I mean, it was all right, man. But who cares what I think, man? Let's jump right into what happened. So, I mean, overall, what happened was Suge took the real talk approach. Specifically in the first round, took the real talk approach. To talk to motherfucking Franchise about the fact that Franchise talks like he's a gangster and a thug and blah blah blah, and sells drugs and blah blah blah, and deals with guns, and he pretty much told him, bro, that's not you. You a soccer player. You know what I'm saying? Cut that shit out. So that was pretty much Suge's angle for the first round. You know what I'm saying? Which I appreciate. I'm a fan of that real talk shit. What do you say? The real talk soccer player. His dopest bar there was his dopest bar though. In that first round, because the first round again was just real talk. He was just really talking to Franchise about the fact that he's not. So there wasn't a lot of bars per se, but it was a potent first round by Suge. The dopest bar he had though in that round was Smack. You got me battling a soccer player. I need a fee for that. That was fire. That was fire. On top of the real talk round, that was fire. He said, Smack, you got me battling a soccer player. I need a fee for that. So FIFA, soccer player. You know what I'm saying? FIFA. But he needs a FIFA battling Franchise. Anyways, Franchise first round, he starts off by saying that he's going to address that whole soccer situation. He's going to address that whole soccer situation, but he starts spitting bars. He does have some bars this first round. So first, I let the bullet run by Arsenal. Then I switched to shotgun. It's an audible. First, I let the bullets run by Arsenal. Then I switched to shotgun. That's an audible. If you play, fucking Madden and shit, you know what I'm saying, or football, if you know football, switching plays like that and shit like that, calling audibles and shit like that is dope. He had a dope-ass flip for the word dislocated. He said dislocated and dislocated, and then bow, I made dislocated, you know what I'm saying, like dislocated, because he's a loc, shout out to Crips and all that shit, and Shotgun Suge, you motherfuckers, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, he had a dope-ass flip for the word dislocated, which was fucking dope. It was fire. Pistol whip, crush a grape. It's a wine barrel. Pistol whip, crush a grape. It's a wine barrel. So, you know what I'm saying? How you make wine, you crush grapes and shit. The wine barrel. But the barrel that he's going to pistol that he's going to whip him with, the barrel, you know what I'm saying? He's going to make him wine and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's a grape too. He's squish him. You motherfuckers get that. He says, I got to kill Suge because I should. He says, I got to kill Suge because it should have been him instead of Pac. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the first round, he dunked on Suge. You know what I'm talking about? So it was cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about second round by Suge. Real talk. He throws his government name. First thing he does is throw Franchise government name out there. Says, your name is Dino Gardner. You know what I'm saying? Like type shit. Like really trying to clown him. Trying to go with that. Trying to continue that real talk approach. Then he starts talking about how he looked up his history on Wikipedia. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Wikipedia. You know what I'm talking about? What? Alright, what else he say? He says he looked up his wiki and he saw no crime history, so he pretty much telling them that he ain't about shit, and he ain't no criminal, he ain't gonna do nothing. And to Matt, don't underestimate nobody, man. That's one thing in life that nobody should ever do, is to never underestimate anybody, because you never know what anybody's capable of when, they're pushed to a certain point. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying anything about franchise specifically. I'm just saying in general in life. You never know what a man will do. You know what I'm saying? Due to pride and ego and all that shit. So I know I've done some stupid things, and I'm willing to do some stupid things. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, for the bread, Smack hired me to kill with a handshake. That was our franchise agreement. That's what Suge says. He says, so for the bread, Smack hired me to kill. And then he shakes Smack's hand with a handshake. And that was our franchise agreement. You know what I'm saying? They close deals, franchises, you know what I'm saying, with handshakes and shit like that. Franchise, whatever. He says, I guess Jersey wanted me to get franchise out of here like the Brooklyn Nets. Okay. But there wasn't too much. It wasn't too much. Like, this is kind of why I was kind of like a little disappointed, because there wasn't much that was being said. Besides Suge's first round, Suge didn't really have much more material than that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have too much more to say, as opposed to franchise. You know what I'm saying? Franchise, a little bit of violence. He says, fuck Jersey, the only state you're going to be in is vegetable. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to leave him in a vegetable state. 40 still banging, it's a bombshell. You know what I'm saying? So 40 still banging, it's a bombshell. I don't know if he's talking about 40 bars or a 40-year-old woman that's still banging. She's a bombshell. You know what I'm saying? But either way, is dope. Either way, they say I try to take flows, but I'm in a different gear. How could I Mach 1? So they say I try to take flows, but I'm in a different gear. How could I Mach 1? You know what I'm saying? Like Mach 1 is, you know what I'm saying, the speed. You know what I'm saying? Like when you deal with cars, you know what I'm saying, the speed and shit like that. You know Mach 1 is a certain, you know what I'm saying, switching gears and shit, taking flows. You know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah. So that was cool. He says I let it buck. Push two out your front like baby teeth. You know what I'm saying? So I let it buck, push two out your front like baby teeth. You know what I'm saying? So two bullets go down the front. You know what I'm saying? Baby teeth come out the front too. You know what I'm saying? So alright. You know what I'm saying? But either it's just in general, it's just he's saying more. It's just more content and more, just more going on. You know what I'm saying? Target on both sides like Jigsaw. You know what I'm saying? Jigsaw from the Saw movies. He got the target shits on both sides, but he had two guns pointed at Suge. You know what I'm saying? While he was performing and saying that. He says Suge is the lowest of the top tiers. That don't even have to be a bar. That's kind of, you know what I'm saying? Round 3, Suge starts off with, it was kind of funny the way he started this one off. He says, headshot, short round. I'm from Jersey, nigga. But he said a couple things right before that to rhyme it, but it wasn't too crazy. But then he says the bar was headshot, short round. I'm from Jersey, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, so headshot, it's a short, you know what I'm saying? Short round for nigga franchise, but headshot's a short round because they usually, you know what I'm saying, when they have a short round, they say Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of what happened with Suge's third round. I don't know. Wait, was it the second or third? One of them was like kind of shortened. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, all that make believe, I'm straight hunted. You just now got in the streets and I'm trying to get away from it. So a little bit more real talk. You know what I'm saying? All that make believe, I'm straight hunted. You just now got in the streets and I'm trying to get away from it. You know what I'm saying? So I like shit like that. I can always appreciate shit like that, like advice type shit. It's gonna be the end. It's gonna be the end of franchise like Bad Boys 3. It's gonna be the end of franchise like Bad Boys 3. Shout out to Will Smith, Martin Lawrence. Bad Boys 3 just dropped. I'm about to go check that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Headshot, he gonna fall to a crip like Misfit. Headshot, he gonna fall to a crip like Misfit. So when Misfit and Cortez battled Geechee and Coffee, Misfit slipped on some liquor. That's what he's referring to at the Royalty event. Shout out Royalty, Queen of the Ring, URL, smack all you motherfuckers. You know what I'm talking about? He says that franchise didn't kill Big T. His franchise felt like he killed Big T. And then he says, I will avenge a nigga. And this is franchise endgame. An Avengers endgame bar? Woo! He says, I will avenge a nigga. And this is franchise endgame. So he's going to avenge Big T. This is the end of franchise. You know what I'm saying? But I will avenge a nigga. And this is franchise endgame. So shit was fire. That shit was fire. That shit was fire. What else we got? What else he got? He says, you from Toronto. I let one ring for his hometown. Shout out to Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors getting that fucking ring. You know what I'm saying? That one ring that Suge is talking about. Then he ends with a light pocket tap. He says something, you know what I'm saying? He says something that wasn't really too hard or anything, but he ends with a light pocket tap. Then franchise third rounds, jump right into it, finish this bad boy up. I gotta get to work. Says he talks a little bit, you know what I'm saying? He does refer back to his you know, Suge saying that he's soft and he didn't sell no dope. He does talk about that in his third round. So in his first round, he did say that he was gonna talk about it. So right now he's talking about it. He says he sold dope. He says he did sell dope. He says he's been to court multiple times, never snitched, you know what I'm saying? He says the URL tries to discredit him because he's from Canada. So he's saying a bunch of the shit, you know what I'm saying? Which, I feel you, bruh. I feel you. That's how shit be going, man. There's a lot of bias and a lot of, you know. He says dope. She said something dope though. He says even Surf got caught with a pistol. How y'all believe in shotgun if he ain't never caught a gun charge? You know what I'm saying? So he said something that rhymed with gun charge and shit right before that, but it wasn't that important. This was the actual potent part of that. Even Surf got caught with a pistol. How y'all believe in shotgun if he never caught a gun charge? You know what I'm saying? So saying shotgun, they never even caught a gun charge. So how the fuck we believe in shotgun and him being tough and all that shit? Then he used shotguns what your life like to talk to Suge about his own life. So he used what my life like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's like, what my life like, you know what I'm saying? Bah, 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 bah. Just saying a bunch of shit and then just saying what my life like, you know what I'm saying, right before. So you flip, you know, Suge's whole shit. He's then he says a couple more cool things. He says, I'm from Toronto, we pull up with Dracos or 6 in the barrel, I can show you the views. You know what I'm saying? So he said, I'm from Toronto, we pull up with Dracos or 6 in the barrel, I can show you the views, you know what I'm saying? So that was fire. What my life like, how you gonna ask a nigga what his life like when a nigga got more charges than you? You know what I'm saying? A couple more crazy things. He says, they threw my homie off a building. He paralyzed forever. He ain't never been in the gang, but he's still crippin'. You know what I'm saying? So talking about the difference between being a real crip and being a fake crip, you know what I'm saying? Like talking about, you know what I mean? Like just talking about real shit. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just, you think I ain't never served them fiends? Then he bumps Suge, right? Then he bumps Suge. He says, you think I ain't never served them fiends? Bump. Bigger bumps than Ace Amin. Woo! Fire! That was fire! Woo! Alright. Oh my god, this is like nearing the end of his round and shit. And then one more cool thing he says, I feel, was catch a body in the trunk like Ung Bak. You know what I'm saying? So catch a body in the trunk like Ung Bak. I don't know if you guys ever watch Ung Bak, but he be swinging off that elephant and shit. The elephant catch him on his trunk and shit like that. So, man, this was a pretty, I mean, again, it just didn't live up to the hype of Danny Myers and fucking Mike P. But it was a decent battle, though. Franchise got off on this battle. I feel like, man, Franchise did what he had to do. He's trying to prove himself, man. Shout out to all you guys out there who battling, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Smack for releasing these app battles, man. And don't forget one thing, man. Don't forget to motherfuckers.